You've been listening to Arkansas Razorback Basketball on your home for the Hogs in Central Arkansas. 103.7 The Buzz. This broadcast was presented by Network Services Group, Bale Chevrolet, Edwards Food Giant, Genesis of Conway, Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Malvern National Bank, Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Blackman Auctions, Winrock Automotive, and Chris Crane Hyundai.
Handcuff spins, lobs for Brazil, and he throws it down.
Another edition of Hogs Hoops is in the books. Time to break it down from every angle.
Three-pointer right wing for the win. No good. Arkansas wins it.
This is the Bet Saracen Arkansas Basketball Postgame Show on 103.7 The Buzz. Bet Saracen is the sports betting leader in Arkansas. Make sure that you have the Bet Saracen app downloaded on your mobile device. Live from Walk-Ons in West Little Rock, here are your hosts, Wess Moore and Josh Neighbors.
95-73. Bruce Pearl says, don't try to score. John Calipari says, don't foul. This one's in the books. Auburn played like a team desperate for a win, and they blow out the Razorbacks tonight. 95-73. A modest three-game winning streak ends for the Razorbacks. Auburn wins for the first time in conference play, and it is a 22-point victory over the Razorbacks.
What's up, everybody? I'm Wess Moore. Glad you're with us. Josh Neighbors at Walk-Ons, and it was a mess of a game. It started bad. The first half just got worse and worse. Arkansas got it to 8 at one point, and then Auburn went on a run, and it was out of hand. Pretty much the entire second half felt like it was at least 20 points the second half.
One-way traffic is the way to describe that game. Yeah, I mean, the thing was, what worried me about this game was Auburn needed it badly. They had the overtime loss against Georgia. They had the bizarre, weird back-and-forth, drag-out fight, and then obviously the call at the end against A&M. Arkansas was feeling pretty good with their start of the year, and Auburn played like a team desperate and hungry for a victory, and they ended up getting it. So I think a lot of credit to them. At that last clip we just played, we heard Bruce Pearl. It looked like a Bruce Pearl team.
Yeah.
It looked like a Bruce Pearl team. They were shooting threes. They got to the rim. They beat the brakes of Arkansas in the interior.
Honestly, Auburn looked like Arkansas had been the last couple of games, and
Yes.
Arkansas looked like Auburn.
Yeah.
Arkansas did not play defense tonight. Their defense, it looked a lot like the Ole Miss game. That's the concerning thing for me. That's 2 straight games that Arkansas's defense has been very lacking.
Yeah.
Auburn, for a team tonight, shot 56% from the floor.
They were always there too. They
Yeah.
stayed. They started at 50 and they stayed above 50.
They were at
the
60
entire game.
at some point,
Right.
and then towards the end of the game in the blowout.
Well, the last 15 minutes of game time didn't matter. Like that's bad in a 40-minute game, and credit to Auburn for setting the tone. But I think the one thing, Wes, is this game to me. Look, games happen. It's a lot of basketball you play. South Carolina's result last year is one of those you just kind of throw out. But the defense is the only troubling part because it's back-to-back games, and they're capable of playing better defense. The fact they haven't, though, that's what's concerning to me.
Yeah, what would they give up against Ole Miss? Like 56 second-half points?
Well, they shot the ball well the entire game, too.
Yeah.
Ole Miss did from the floor the entire game.
So our Auburn scored 49 first-half points, 46 second-half points. So you're looking at an Arkansas team that's giving up about 50 points a half the last 3 halves against Ole Miss and Auburn. So, yes, that's the most disappointing thing to me. Offensively, it was just kind of a blah night. It wasn't terrible, but in the first half, and Coach Calipari nailed it with the interview, and we talked about it watching the game, Arkansas was settling for the 3. They were not driving in, and this is a team that goes to the paint, gets paint touches, that opens up other things, goes to the free throw line, and they only shot – what did they shoot for the game? 15 of 21 for the free throw line, 9 free throws in the first half.
No meaningful free throws.
No.
Right? And that's what matters is, did you control pace? They did not. And, look, Arkansas wants to play up and down, but the kind of up and down they want to play is, like you mentioned, Wes, going to the rim to create everything that happens for them. And Auburn was the team doing that. Auburn created open threes, and Auburn created easy paint back. Everything was easy for them tonight. That was the problem, is that And we'll get into this too. Like, Cal made this team wear it tonight, which I really liked about his coaching performance, is that there was no, academic razor off the bench coming to save anybody.
No.
Those guys were in all the way to the very end of the game. The effort defensively. Like, you have to understand in conference play, some nights, yes, you can't have energy to match a desperate team. But this is early on. You should know what's coming. They should have known Auburn would be a desperate team at home in front of a great crowd, and Arkansas was not prepped for that moment.
Yeah, I thought the crowd would actually help Arkansas, and you would get a better defensive effort than we saw against Ole Miss. I understand in a dead night in Oxford, you don't want to play defense, and and you're just scoring at will, and you're going to win. Who cares about defense? Well, it carried over to this game, and the defense was non-existent. I mean, just the way they could not stay between the ball and the basket. Guys were driving to the basket at will past players.
Yeah.
And even some good defensive – Billy Richmond's a good defensive player, and I saw several times he was giving up drives to the basket.
Well, it's like there's a big conversation I think to be had about, like, energy management. Like, I thought Acuff looked tired. A little bit tired tonight after the workload they gave him in that first game. Also, we're getting plenty of text in the text line, 501-661-1037. But, yeah, I think that's one thing to me is, like, the energy was not there, and I thought it should have been for Arkansas, and that was frustrating to me at least the most.
Yeah, we'll take your phone calls. I know we got some frustrated fans, 661-1037. That's the text line, too. Thank you to Middleton Heat and Air. We will grade the players.
F. Does anybody get above a C?
No, I don't think anybody gets above a C. You have some average performances, but
it's a loss. I think Cal likes these losses though. Like, it's the fellas. Like, come gather around.
It's a wake up call.
Yeah,
or hopefully it's a wake up call. It better be a wake up call.
They should expect to get this team, this version of every team they play on the road. They should get every team's best shot in the road because of how good Arkansas can be.
Well, the ranking and then having Calipari as your head coach, that gets other teams excited to play Arkansas.
There's a good chance Arkansas does not lose a home game in conference. I think that's legitimately on the table. And so if you're that group, you're going to be top 20, like you mentioned, every single game. They should expect everybody's best shot. And they were so unprepared for Auburn's best shot tonight. But I think Cal might have known that. And I think Cal teams usually this part of the year do things like this. Now, in February, they don't. But in this moment, the more desperate team played like that. But you know what? We saw the flip version of this last year, right? Desperate 0-5 Arkansas goes to Kentucky. Yeah. And look who was the hungry dog, right? Yeah. Grabs the bone. That's the analogy that was used the last couple of years. Tonight, Auburn grabbed the bone.
Stephen Porley against a power.
Right.
Since the Missouri game, was it Missouri?
They played Georgia.
Georgia. They'd given up over 90 points in both those SEC games, and they held Arkansas to 73. He was very happy with the defense and the way they played tonight.
Son started a little bit like Dad, slowly but surely. Right, it's going to take time, and he's never coached before. It's a hard job to take, when you haven't coached. But, I thought his team looked so well prepared. Their ball movement was good. When the ball got in the paint, they were not trying to move it out. Like the guys were shot faking, keeping the foot. They wanted to keep the ball in the paint because they're like, we are going to beat Arkansas here, and they really hammered 30-8 at halftime was the margin.
Points.
And paint points early in the game was 16 to 2? I think you said at one point?
Yeah.
At like 10 minutes in. So that they were leading the dance in that category the entire night.
We'll take our first break. When we come back, we can take your phone calls. We'll hit the Middleton Heat and Air text line, 661-1037. Arkansas falls to Auburn, 95-73. Their first SEC loss, dropping to 2-1. This is the Bet Saracen Razorback Postgame Show live at Walk-Ons. We'll be right back.
Here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, and more. Check, check, check. Saints that love to say yes, you know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Arkansas Roundballers Big Joe Klein and Pat Bradley pontificate on Bet Saracen.
People ask me, what do basketball players know about football? What say you, Joe?
I explained that anyone can run up and down a grass field with a screwy-shaped ball, but it takes finesse to strategically launch a basketball from long distances at an 18-inch diameter steel hoop.
Dang, Joe, you sure are smart.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Confidently with the sophisticated styling of Lyric and discover the comfort of the spacious 3-row Vista. Experience EV luxury like never before at the season's best sales event. Visit your Cadillac showroom today.
Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At Acadi's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770, where we bring the green to your life. Check out the new clothing at Bell & Swart in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Swart, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Swart, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
BKC Home Builders are the premier home builders, providing custom builds and remodels. No matter what size your dream is, BKC will walk you through all the phases, from house plans to landscaping, to make your custom home as beautiful as you imagine. The team at BKC will be with you through the entire process. If you're looking for commercial building or remodeling, BKC has your commercial needs covered as well. BKCHomebuilders.com or find them on Facebook. That's BKC Home Builders in Hot Springs.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
This is Trey Johnson with HJ Trailer Sales. It's a new year, and we're kicking it off with an inventory blowout sale. We're taking up to $4,000 off 2025 inventory. Whether you've had your eye on it, been dreaming about it, or waiting for the perfect time, this is your moment. At HJ Trailer Sales, we pride ourselves on exceptional customer service and reliability. Kick off the year right, save big, and start fresh with up to $4,000 off 2025 inventory. Visit HJ Trailer Sales today, off Albert Pike in Hot Springs, or online at hjtrailersales.com.
31-19. Thomas flashes for a steal, and Malik with a one-hand stuff on the other end. Thomas soaring for the dunk after the takeaway, and it's 31-21.
Malik Thomas, one of the few Razorbacks to have a nice game. He finished with 17 points, 6 of 12 from the field, and had 4 rebounds. Also had technical foul.
Yes.
Pushing the guy, but
was it Ewan or Thomas who got that one?
Thomas got it because he pushed first.
He did.
Pushed him into the league.
Ewan also pushed him off. Yeah.
Pushed him. All right, let's take some calls. 661-1037. Text line's open also. You can hit us there. 661-1037. We'll begin the night with Toby. Toby, welcome into the Bet Saracen postgame show.
Hey, thank you so much, guys, for taking my call. Of course, as you said, you probably got a lot of frustrated, disillusioned, disappointed Razorback fans tonight. But I was talking to a friend of mine when we played Ole Miss, and I more or less had predicted this would happen because our players were getting very lazy and lackadaisical on defense. You know, I've been following Razorback basketball ever since the Eddie Sutton days, even before that. So I've been around a while. And there's no team that's ever gone very far. When you talk about a national championship, The only team that we ever had to win a national championship in basketball was a team that was really hyper and good at playing defense. You know, the 40 minutes of hell in the whole 9 yards. So last year, what happened? We played Texas Tech. We got down to, 13 points with 5 minutes to go. Defense broke down. And the same way, the teams who win and who go deep into the tournament are teams who have good defensive prowess about themselves. And I don't know, and we needed that butt kicking that we got tonight. And so, maybe they'll wake up and realize that, our guys, we got to get up and play if we want to go deep into the tournament.
Toby, thank you for the call. I agree with everything he said, and I saw it against Ole Miss there in the second half, and I was afraid, or I was hopeful that it wouldn't carry over, but It did. And this is a good – we've seen it. They're a good defensive team. I've seen them up good teams.
They're capable of playing good defense.
And for some reason, whether it's just bad habits or I don't know what
energy.
it is.
I thought it was energy and effort.
Could be. And
tonight,
that wasn't there. It was not there tonight.
But to bring the intensity you need to play well on defense, you got to bring energy and effort. You have to be willing to do things like going and finding a guy, turning around, and pushing him backwards. They did none of that tonight. They were not about that. And against a team that shoots threes, you have to make sure that you're doing that. And they did not bring energy against Ole Miss because they knew they were better, and that will cost you if you stack that up. I'm actually with Toby on this. Cal will like this loss because it shows exactly what we're talking about here. So I think that this is a good loss for Arkansas, actually, because it shows that as talented as they are, you don't bring your A game. And they were walked. This was not close. This is not a competitive
Arkansas
game.
never led.
No, it was never a competitive game because the energy and effort wasn't good enough, in my opinion.
Yeah. They had it at 10-8 at the under 16-minute timeout. Then Auburn goes on an 8-0 run. Arkansas called a timeout. Acuff hit the three out of that timeout. Actually hit back-to-back threes. It was 14-19 at the under 12 timeout. And Arkansas at that point had taken 13 shots in the game. 10 of them threes.
Yeah. That's a team that does not want the smoke. They don't want to go to the paint and get physical.
And after that, that's when it all fell apart. After the under 12 timeout, Auburn went on a 9-0 run, got the lead to double digits, and then continued just to build on it, led by 15 at the half, and actually 17 right at the half.
Yes.
Yeah. And then to start the second half, it got bad. Arkansas had to call a timeout, and then Auburn, now that timeout, goes on a 9-0 run.
Yeah.
So the timeout didn't help either.
On the text line, Boyd says the refs get an A-. He said they suck toenails. The referees had zero to do with this loss tonight. If you think it had anything to do with it, I'm sorry. The team did not have the energy. Like, you're looking for the wrong place for the answers.
Arkansas called for 18 fouls, Auburn 17 fouls. Yep. Auburn shot 24 free throws. Arkansas shot 21.
Yeah.
Arkansas is a team that needs to get about 9-10 more free throws and get to the paint. They did that better in the second half.
But it didn't really matter.
Yeah, by then it didn't matter. It was funny in the second half. Arkansas shot 4 3-pointers. They were 2 for 4 in the second half. I think, and they didn't shoot that first three for a long time. I think it was like,
it's like
maybe
10 minutes.
No, I think it was like 6 minutes
Cal
left in the game.
12, yeah. 12. Cal made a point, right?
Yeah.
Of being like, go to the. I don't care what the score is. I don't care. Go to the rim. That's the nice luxury of conference season is like you're able to make points like that where you're saying, look, I don't care about the result. Tonight we're going to do X.
But it's happened before. I can remember him getting on to him like at the under 12 timeout in the first half.
Yeah.
And like, get to the basket, get to the paint, paint touches.
Paint touch. Yeah.
And it just, I don't, how many times you got to tell them the same thing? When are they going to learn we're not a three-point shooting team primarily? Can we shoot the three? Yes. They ended up tonight shooting 38% from the three-point line. That is not bad.
No.
They were 8 of 21. It was just the shot selection and when they were taking the threes was not good in the first half.
Yeah, I'm with you totally. And, I think our text line, the overwhelming consensus there is that Cal needs to wear him out. I promise you the practice will not be fun. These guys are not going to have a fun practice coming up. So Cal will take care of it. I'm not super worried about that. And once again, it is January 10th, so there's plenty of time left. Not too much concern.
Oh, there's no need to panic.
Yeah, it's just disappointing. It's just the effort level is upsetting.
They'll get tomorrow off, then they'll get after it Monday and Tuesday with
they
hard
will.
practices.
Oh, they will get after it. They will be wind sprints, and South Carolina better be ready.
Yeah, Arkansas, they better turn it around and look better defensively. Look, offense, it comes and goes. You're going to have you're going to lose a game because you can't make a shot. At all.
But that's when you need your defense to keep you in those games.
To try to keep you in the game.
Right.
But defensively, I don't want to see any more of these just clunkers where their lack of defense is, honestly, it's disgusting.
And we mentioned it too. It's about situationally meeting the moment. Like, I know it's hard as a team to look, what is Team X that we're playing on Tuesday, February the 7th, going to bring tonight? What's their situation? But that's what it takes to win. How desperate are your opponents? What do they need to do to win basketball games? You have to understand that. And no, tonight there was zero understanding of what the other team was going to bring.
Also, second chance points, Auburn dominated the boards.
Really?
And we knew
Shocking.
that. They were a very good rebounding team. But Arkansas has Tennessee held their own. Houston, there have been games against really good rebounding teams. They've held their own. Tonight, 18-9. They got doubled up.
Effort.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll hear from Coach Calipari later in the show. We'll take some more phone calls. 661-1037.
You slowing down, Wes?
It's getting late. Glad you're listening. This is the Bet Saracen Razorback postgame show live at Walk-Ons.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus, lots of fun choices. Like ping pong, right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Brand new players get a 100% profit boost just for downloading the Bet Saracen app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Confidently with the sophisticated styling of Lyric and discover the comfort of the spacious 3-row Vistic. Experience EV luxury like never before at the season's best sales event. Visit your Cadillac showroom today.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agent Madison Buse in England, Matt Cooper in Russellville, or Todd Session in Morrilton today.
For 55 years, you've trusted Sigma Supply for all your packaging and shipping needs. And now, as part of Brady Plus, they've got even more to offer. From janitorial supplies, facility supplies, and food service disposables, Sigma Supply has you covered. Ordering is a breeze with over 50,000 new products online at SigmaSupply.com. Call or text sales manager David Breitenberg at 501-617-4600 and ask for the Buzz discount now because it's there. And remember, if you're not using Sigma Supply that is now part of Brady Plus, you've got low-grade product, man.
The next time you travel to El Dorado and need overnight accommodations, the Haywood Hotel is where you need to stay. The Haywood El Dorado Tapestry Collection by Hilton is a great place to stay if you're in South Arkansas, listening to live music or playing the challenging Mystic Creek Golf Club. Take time and relax in their bar for a drink before going out on the town for dinner. The Haywood, 210 South Washington, right in the heart of downtown El Dorado. Search the Haywood El Dorado on the web or call 800-293-0718 for reservations. The Haywood, a Beechwood hospitality property.
Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families presents Central Arkansas Soup Sunday, March 1st at 3:30 at the Jack Stevens Center at UA Little Rock. Arkansas Advocates works for an Arkansas where every child and family has every opportunity for success. Central Arkansas Soup Sunday benefiting Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families, March 1st at 3:30. Tickets are available at aradvocates.org and at the door.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Baseline drive. Thomas gets it to rattle home. Nice move by Malik Thomas. 12 for him.
All right, welcome back. There you go. That was quick and easy highlight. Glad you're with us. This is the Bet Saracen Razorback Basketball postgame show. We are live at Walk-Ons. Come on out and hang out with us. Watch the game next Wednesday night. South Carolina. We'll be here at Walk-Ons, and we'll be doing a late postgame show.
I love those.
Yes. Probably.
I don't work a morning show.
Start around 10:45, 11 o'clock.
Depending on how the referees feel that night, which will usually be frisky.
Let's take some calls. We got some guys wanting to jump in here and talk about the game. Shane is in Benton. He joins us first. What's up, Shane?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay, yeah, I think
go ahead.
It ain't no panic time. I'm like you guys. I think we'll be fine. But I was in the seat. I didn't know. I noticed that Trevor in Brazil wasn't playing at the end. Is he injured?
No. They just, he and Acuff and,
yeah, he was a hip injury. So Carter got a hip injury first half, didn't come back. So we'll have to see on that. I'm not sure.
I think he played 7 minutes in the game.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Brazil, I thought he was. I get so frustrated watching. Look, he finished with 12 points.
Wess noted, not Brazil guy.
No,
Wess is not.
If he's not hitting his threes, he's not helping you.
Well, he's set up by everybody else, right? So he is a product of the all. Actually, a Brazil game, a quality offensive performance, is usually indicative of how the team is any offensive performance. Because he's not creating for himself, right? He is using other players, particularly Acuff, setting him up, and last year Wagner, to score. So I think that's what we're all thinking about right now on that front is how that kind of.
But if he had a motor like Billy Richmond, he could score trash points. He could be cutting to the basket.
But it's only when it's like a follow-up dunk.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like he sees it, but just in that moment, he's old enough to know better. He needs to know how to get to the rim and finish.
And defensively, he's a liability.
He was bad, man.
If he's not scoring, if he's not doing anything offensively, you have to get him out of the game because he's hurting you on defense.
Traffic cone.
They just drive right by him every single time. And when he gets matched up to somebody on the perimeter, lights out. They're going to the basket. He's not going to stop them. One of his teammates is going to have to come over, help, get stopped, and then he's going to pass it to that guy's team, that's wide open. It just breaks down the defense.
Right, and he has a bad problem where he does not rotate. So he's looking to, once he gets beat, to block a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy's open, and he's long enough to where if a late rotation, he can kind of mitigate it a bit, but not enough.
Let's go to John Mark. What's up, John Mark?
Mo, Ben, Josh, good evening, Wess. Hey, I always enjoy y'all's show after the game if it's not, midnight. But,
it is sometimes.
Right. But, let's just say this first, and I agree with everything y'all said, but it's never acceptable to take an ass whipping like we got tonight, right? We can all agree with that. But let's look at the situation. Early in the SEC, season, you're still, 11-4, 12-4, whatever it is. That's great. And you've got plenty of time to make the changes, right? And so you got a lot of young guys. You got a lot of young players who, fresh out of high school, still, I know they've played maybe half a season, but we're still learning. They're still learning, right? And to make my point, back in the day when I was playing high school football, we ended up winning state my junior year. But in the middle of the season, kind of in the same situation they're in right now, we had a horrible week of practice. So bad, our coach stopped practice early on Wednesday and sent us home after a good butt chewing, right? Well, that put us in gear, realized, hey, we can't be lackadaisical. We can't just have, and we end up winning state. And so that's, part of the situation. We've got one of the best basketball teams in the country right now. And so all you can do from this is learn, get better from it, and hopefully go to the Final Four or something. So, I mean, like I said, situationally, we're still in a great spot. And so still look forward to the rest of the season for sure.
Thank you, John Mark. Yeah, by the way, Michigan lost at home today.
Yeah.
I mean, and they were, to me, by far, Michigan, Arizona, 1A, 1B, the two best teams in the country.
100%.
And they got beat at home, too.
Well, that's what we've been saying is that, so on the text line, we got some folks saying, bad loss, no such thing, or a good loss. And I'll tell you this, it is okay to lose a game because, like John Mark said, you learn from that. You understand, okay, that's
you learn from it.
Yes, but you understand, teams are in spots where they will come and not be themselves. This has not been Auburn the entire year. This is the best version of Auburn,
yes.
But they were pressed into being that version because of previous performances. So you have to be ready to meet that team where they are. I was saying life, Wes, dating somebody, meet them where they are, as a person. Teams that you play in conference season, meet them where they are. That was a desperate, desperate team, and they brought it. Arkansas didn't. The result totally shows that.
Point for Auburn. They went the last 6 minutes of the first half without a turnover. They started the second half, the first 10.5 minutes with one turnover. So they went almost 17 minutes of game time with one turnover. Auburn played really well.
They played great.
But then again, the Arkansas defense was lacking, and you would think an Arkansas defense would create more than one turnover in 17 minutes. I think that's a great example of how little defense was being played tonight.
Arkansas obliged them, right?
Yeah.
In that they said, "Okay, you need it. We'll give it to you." Yeah, it's totally what happened.
For Arkansas, this team to get beat by 22 points, it's got to be almost a perfect storm, and that's what you had tonight.
Yeah.
A desperate Auburn team that played well, and an Arkansas team that defensively was sleepwalking and did not have a good night offensively.
Yeah, the big question is, can Arkansas maintain their offensive performance but also turn it up defensively? Because the thing is that requires a lot of energy to expend.
Real quick, let's go through all these players. Acuff, 19 points, 7 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 1 assist.
Mm-hmm.
3 turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 bad turnovers, and it was uncharacteristic turnovers. A couple times driving in, leaving his feet, not knowing what he was going to do, trying to get it to a teammate and getting it knocked away. It's a C. It's an average game for Acuff.
Yeah.
Maybe below average.
He played poorly.
Yep.
But I think he was tired.
Brazil, 12 points, 5 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He had 5 rebounds, gave up about 75 points. I give him a D.
Okay.
Clark,
no F?
I
thought you'd grace us with an F.
Carter Knox is an incomplete. He only played 7 minutes before the hip injury. DJ Wagner, not a good night. 4 points, 1 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 4 from the three-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 turnover, 2 assists. DJ gets a D. Nick Pringle, I would have liked to have seen more of Nick Pringle.
Had the incident in the first half, gets the foul upgraded to a flagrant 1, and so he has to come out of the game, right? So I think they could have put him back in earlier.
16 minutes, 2 rebounds for Nick Pringle. Not good
enough.
Well,
I think they should have played him earlier. I think if Cal went back, he would not have sat him. He was making a point, but the energy he brings, I know it comes with some of that shenanigans, but he's an energy guy.
Malik Thomas was 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 6 from the three-point line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Malik Thomas had 17 points. He had some turnovers I didn't like either.
Well,
3 turnovers for Malik
Thomas. It wasn't consequential. He's good.
Yeah,
yes.
A lot of those points came towards the end, and we even heard Coach Calipari say that's why he left him in there to try to get him going. Malik Ewan, 13 points, 3 of 8 from the floor. He hit a 3-pointer tonight, 6 of 9 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds for Malik Ewan. So I thought I gave him a C. I thought it was
he played a ton,
double.
He really played a ton tonight. All the minutes that mattered, he was in the game the entire time.
Billy Richmond, not a good night. 26 minutes for him. 1 of 4 from the floor. Missed his only 3. Made a free throw. 1 rebound for Billy Richmond. That's weird. No assist. One turnover.
Yep.
Not the Billy Goat we're used to seeing.
No.
And Isaiah Seeley got in, played 7 minutes, and made his only field goal attempt, missed his only free throw. Rough night. Not a lot of superlatives to hand out to the individuals, which you shouldn't when there's a 22-point loss.
No.
We will take our final break when we come back. Do we have Calipari yet, Tripp?
Not the press conference, but I do have his post-game thoughts with Coach Z.
Yeah, we've already heard it here on the radio, so we will skip that. And you can always hear Coach Calipari Monday on Out of Bounds and Morning Mayhem. I'm sure we'll have some clips from Coach Calipari. All right, final break. We'll wrap things up from Walk-Ons when we come back. This is the Bet Saracen Razorback Basketball Postgame Show.
Arkansas Roundballers Big Joe Klein and Pat Bradley pontificate on Bet Saracen.
People ask me, what do basketball players know about football? What say you, Joe?
I explained that anyone can run up and down a grass field with a screwy-shaped ball, but it takes finesse to strategically launch a basketball from long distances at an 18-inch diameter steel hoop.
Dang, Joe, you sure are smart.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At Acadi's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770, where we bring the green to your life.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free Natural State Jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Flipping channels recently, I stumbled on a University of Southern California basketball game. They're actually pretty good, but so what? Nobody cares. When Eric Musselman left Arkansas for SoCal, he might have traded up on some levels, but passion from his fans was not one of them. USC has no basketball history other than Paul Westphal, and no one cares. No, they always will. It just means more, as they say down here. It also just means more at Doublebee's. We are Arkansans serving Arkansans, neighbors taking care of neighbors. If you would like to join the Doublebee's team, go to doublebees.com and apply online. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go to work. That's Doublebee's.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus, lots of fun choices. Like ping pong, right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Brand new players get a 100% profit boost just for downloading the Bet Saracen app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Acuff drives the right side, kicks it away over to the left, and Wagner, DJ, tried to take Hammerdine off the dribble, lost it, got it back, drives the paint underneath, scoop shot with a left hand, it goes and one. How about DJ Wagner? Lost it, got it back, ends up drawing the foul on Corey Chest, and he completes the three-point play, and Arkansas is up by 15. Biggest lead of the night, 76-61.
That's the wrong game. I am an absolute failure, so that is 100% on me.
I was like, I don't remember that.
What game was
that? The Tennessee
honestly,
game?
I was looking at this, and I was like, Wagner, I swear I had a clip from him, but nope, I guess not. I only had
No, that was
you
Ole Miss.
did. You just had a clip in the wrong game.
Yeah, that was the Ole Miss game when Arkansas got up
clip,
15.
not a me clip.
Yeah, it's funny. I was like, well, that's DJ's only basket. No, he did not make a layup tonight. His only basket was a three.
That's good, Tripp.
All right. Hey, it was that kind of night for the Razorbacks. It was that kind of night for Tripp. It was that kind of night for all of us. So you are forgiven. Watching the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears here at Walk-Ons. 21-3, by the way, the Packers are up. It's a little bit of a butt kicking here in this first half. But it's been a fun night at Walk-Ons. I encourage you to come on out here on Wednesday night when Arkansas hosts South Carolina. Great food, great time. Had the bacon cheeseburger again tonight.
Yeah.
It was so good on Wednesday night, I had to get it again tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went burger
outstanding.
tonight, too. Mine was fantastic.
I would highly recommend it. So.
Yeah,
but
the food's great, vibes, and also we had some folks come outside tonight, brave the cold, and listen to part of the show tonight. So I want to thank Dougie and Will and my girlfriend Allison's here.
We got some big heaters out here, and
Yes.
they've got a couple more. So if you want to come out, they'll turn them on for you, and you
Totally.
can hang out here at Walk-Ons because I think it's going to be cold on Wednesday night when we come back out here also. Around the SEC tonight, real quick before we get out of here, there are two games going on right now. One of them is a surprise. Texas is beating Alabama at Alabama 60-51. This isn't a really good Texas team.
It's not.
And for them to go on the road and have a 9-point lead, that's a surprise. Now, look, there's still 15 minutes to go in the game, so Alabama may still up winning this game, but it was a surprising score when I looked at it. We talked about the Mississippi State-Kentucky game and how important it is for Kentucky. Kentucky has a 5-point lead at the half. It's 44-39.
Mark Pope is – I saw another press conference this week. He is just not – he's not well. I feel bad for him.
Games completed. Ole Miss bounces back after losing to Arkansas. They pick up their first SEC win, beating Missouri, who was also undefeated in SEC play until tonight, 76-69.
Tough.
A&M knocks off Oklahoma 83-76. Georgia goes to South Carolina and gets a 5-point victory, 75-70.
Yep.
Vanderbilt stays undefeated, 16-0, 84-73 over LSU. And maybe the biggest surprise besides the Arkansas score, this Florida-Tennessee score. Tennessee goes to Florida, and Florida beats them 91-67.
A little bit of championship medal, right? They're showing they have that quality. Boogie Flynn played really well today. So good for him, man, and good for that Florida team. Desperately needed a good quality win. Tennessee's they've had a tough 3 games. Texas gave them a lot of effort tonight in that one, but they've been on the road against Arkansas and Florida in 2 of their first 3.
Yeah, it's a tough way to start the schedule.
It is.
Vanderbilt, like I said, 3-0. A&M 3-0. That's your only 3-0 teams in the SEC. Mississippi State could join them if they come back and beat Kentucky in the second half. But right now it appears there'll be 2 3-0 teams, and Arkansas will be 1 game behind when they take on South Carolina Wednesday night. Anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, just once again, don't be totally worried, folks. If you're, yes, I know you don't like the effort, but also for a team that is led by 2 freshman guards primarily, I mean, those guys should lead the team, but there should be a learning curve, and they learned tonight what it means. And Acuff actually mentioned it after the game the other day, Wes. He said, high school is so much different. Like, it's so much different, and you don't play in these environments. Teams are not this desperate. The players aren't this good, but teams are not this desperate, and so they learned tonight. I like the fact that Malik Thomas was one of the guys whose effort was there. They got left in late playing the way he did. That a freshman was able to kind of meet the energy or at least try to meet the energy, but nobody else brought it tonight. And I think that'll be a big thing moving forward: is how do they manage their energy in these moments that they go on the road. Sometimes it will not be enough because some teams will just need it worse. But Arkansas did not meet the moment tonight, and that's okay because it's still January 10th.
Arkansas will try to avoid a losing streak when we're back with you Wednesday night. 95-73 your final score here. We'll be back with you Wednesday for the Bet Saracen postgame show. at Walk-Ons. Of course, we'll be back on The Buzz Monday with Out of Bounds and Morning Mayhem. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back with you Monday morning and Monday afternoon.